The video is going to be about a paraplegic Marine dispatched to the moon Pandora on a unique mission becomes torn between following his orders and protecting the world he feels is his home. Hello. And welcome everyone to Movie Recap Story. Today I'm going to recap a movie titled Avatar. Avatar is a 2009 science fiction action movie directed, co-produced, and co-edited by James Cameron. The movie opens in the year 2148 on Earth, which is overpopulated. The main character is a former U.S. Marine named Jake Sully, who is now paralyzed from the neck down. He is informed that his twin brother, Tommy, has been killed. His brother was one of the few scientists who were selected to travel to and research the habitable moon Pandora. Jake signs an agreement with the company his brother was affiliated with to travel to Pandora. He is packed and sent on a 6-year journey to Pandora. Before they leave for moon Pandora, they are instructed to take it seriously as the place they are going to is not out of danger. Jake meets a man named Dr. Norman Spellman, who has been working with him on Avatar. Norman introduces Jake to Dr. Grace Augustine, who is the head of the Avatar program, and she complains to Parker Selfridge, the sponsor of the mission, that why is he taking a paralyzed person with them on such a dangerous visit. But he is only interested in getting the most valuable mineral on Pandora, named Obtainium. The next day, Jake is sent on a Pandora mission in an Avatar box, and he experiences walking on his legs. After he comes back, he is taken by one of the Marine pilots, named Trudy Chacon, to meet Colonel Quaritch. Later, Jake, Trudy, Grace, Norman, and other Marine soldiers fly to the Pandora flora to collect samples, and during the expedition, Garce takes them to visit the now abandoned school. When they are wandering in the forest of Pandora, huge animals besiege them, while all others flee. Only Jake traps them and goes missing. When he is again attacked by a pack of animals at night, he is saved by a Na'vi woman, which is a tribe of the Pandora. The Na'vi woman, whose name is Neytiri, is the daughter of the master of the tribe. First, she is reluctant to talk to him, but later, when he insists, she takes him to her tribe. After he convinces the tribesmen that he is a historian and is on a mission to explore the world, he is given permission to learn their art of fighting. He then reverts to human form and updates his team on the situation in Pandora. They force him to convince the tribesmen as early as possible, or else they will get Jake out of the mission. Jake goes to his avatar, joins Neytiri, and starts to learn the skills. Neytiri and Jake grow very close to each other, and they sleep together at night. Years ago, Neytiri's sister, named Sawanan, was killed in an attack on their school. Jake is told to take a test on a coming event that every young hunter has to pass. The test involves controlling one of the aerial creatures on top of a tree, which Jake eventually rides on the back of. When Neytiri sees Jake flying on the aerial creatures, she is both shocked and amazed. Neytiri's fiancé gets jealous of Jake as she is about to get married to him. On their flying birds, Neytiri and Jake go hunting. They are attacked by 2 greater flying birds, who chase them. At night, Neytiri explains to Jake about a flying creature that her great-grandfather used to ride, and she further explains that they consider this flying creature a symbol of prosperity. Jake is called back to the real world and is asked about the mission, but he asks for more time. This time the tribesmen accept Jake as a member by taking an oath in a ceremony. After that, Neytiri takes Jake to a sacred tree, where the two share their internal feelings and share a kiss. They sleep there the whole night, and Neytiri wakes up to the noise of several bulldozers destroying the trees. Although Jake tries to stop them, they open fire on him, and they both flee from there. Pandora's people are ready to respond to the destruction being caused by the Colonel. When Neytiri and Jake arrive at the tribesmen, Neytiri's fiancé fights Jake and accuses him of being the cause of the destruction. As the Colonel sees Jake stopping the bulldozer, he disconnects Jake's body, and he returns to the real world. After much argument, Jake is given an hour to convince the people of Paradora to hand over the invaluable stone to them, or else they will destroy their whole territory. This time, when Jake goes to the tribe, he reveals his identity. He is one of those people who just tried to destroy their tribe. Hearing this, Neytiri's heart breaks, and she emotionally lashes out at him. Jake and Grace are tied to a tree, and in the meantime, the Colonel again attacks the tribe with helicopters and jets. Amid the destruction, Jake and Grace are released by one of the tribesmen, and the man asks Jake to stop the destruction caused by the Colonel. Many people get killed, including Neytiri's father, in the attack. Jake and Grace are called back to the real world and locked up along with Norman. Trudy and Dr. Max Patel, a scientist, release them not long after. They then take a helicopter and start towards the Pandora, but before they have left, the Colonel comes to know about them, and he opens fire at them, injuring Grace. Jake rides the same aerial bird that Pandora's elder rode, and he flies towards them in the jungle. The tribesmen rejoice when Jake arrives to assist them. Jake motivates the clansmen and prepares them for the last fight against the Colonel. On the other hand, the Colonel prepares to drop a nuclear bomb on Pandora. There is an intense fight between the Pandora people and the Colonel army. Pandora releases huge animals, crushing the Colonel's army. Pandora also releases aerial birds that are larger in size than helicopters. After the Colonel's jet crashes, he rushes to cut Jake's connection with the real world. Before the Colonel can kill Neytiri, Jake intervenes and fights the Colonel. Neytiri dispatches the Colonel with 2 arrows to the chest before he slashes Jake's throat. Finally, the Colonel's army is sent back, but Jake is allowed to live with the Pandora people. The movie ends there. If you like our effort, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment. It encourages us to make more content for you. Also, please hit the bell icon so that you don't miss our new videos.